Yes. No, I just thought that was that's why. Okay, cool. I didn't print it up, but that's all right. Yeah, just so you can look at it. You have one.
They don't know to turn now. Is that TV on over there? No. I know.
No, there's that letter from the chief of the.
Yeah.
I will, I just want you to have.
Okay, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6:54. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence and observance of all military past and present. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Madam Deputy, can we do roll call, please?
Tim Brenner,
Here.
Eric Gunnels,
Here.
Don Congdon,
Here.
Christine Tudor,
Here.
Casey Wells,
Here.
Stanley.
Here. Staff present this evening would be Benny here. Hi, Benny. Benny's here with us this evening. Anybody else? Okay, we'll move forward with the approval of the minute. I'll make a motion to approve the DOT meeting minutes on February 3rd, 2026. All in favor of the approval of the meeting minutes on February 3rd, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0. Any additions or changes to the agenda? I have a change. Under presentations, we're going to take off recognitions. And under old business, we're going to remove code enforcer.
Now, this, the code enforcement, that's the application that we got, or?
Yes, that's who we're looking at. He wasn't able to attend this evening. Any other changes or additions?
Are we gonna talk about, I'd like to add Jesse's contract to the agenda?
Under old business?
I believe so, whatever you got. B, under old business?
A, we removed
Oh.
code enforcement. All right, I'll make a motion for the changes and additions to the agenda.
Support.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 6-1. Okay, we'll move on to public comments, please. Agenda items only for 3 minutes. Okay, no public comments this evening. We'll move on to presentations. Mr. LaPointe, would you like to come up and discuss?
Good evening, everyone. I guess I'm here to discuss the View Lake Disc Golf Course. And what I'm looking for the board to do is to provide some resources to put in a walking trail. Giving you a map here, you can see the map. Apologize for the sloppiness of it. That's the best tools that I have. Just a little bit of background for everyone. In 2023, Thetford Township partnered with the Genesee County Parks and Recreation. They put in an 18-hole disc golf course. I believe it was approximately $18,000 was used from ARPA funds from the township to help install that. The county cleared the brush for the course and provides annual maintenance, mowing, trash barrels, signs, promotions, etc. So what's happened since then is we always talked about having a walking trail to go around that because people like to get out and like to walk. And they even do some walking on the disc golf course. It's pretty common. And we wanted to do that. And something happened last fall. Janice, was it Franich, was able to get a grant from the Clio Parks and Rec Commission for, I don't know how much exactly it was, but
1,000 for the bench.
okay. And she went ahead and we helped her procure a really nice metal bench that we can mount that overlooks the lake on part of the course. And we thought that that's great. We can go ahead and put that in, but maybe we should put in a phase of a path or a walking trail that could go to that bench. And I've kind of enclosed, I've given you a map there. I've shown kind of outline where the walking trail would go from the parking lot, go along part of the course, and then it would lead right to this bench. I also had reached out to the Genesee County Road Commission last week. I said, hey, could you folks do work in this area? Would you be able to provide wood chips, which would be an expense for this? And they got back with me and they said, where do you want them and when do you want them? So they were very, very cooperative. And I said, well, let's hold off. I need to bring this in front of the board. That's kind of where I'm at. It would be nice to take this for another phase. I know people would walk this trail. It'd need more use for it. I had a chance to get online and I urge anyone here to do that to see how much it gets used. Just Google it. And you wouldn't believe the amount of people that have been out there. They've rated it. We've had some people from these golf associations. One went out there and taped it. So it is getting used. We'd like to, if this project goes through, well, we're going to put in the bench because we've required it or to sit there. I just talked with the individual back here about doing a story on it, so make more people aware of it in the Herald this summer. So I'm looking for your, I don't know if this is something you want to do and help out with. I think the materials that we would need is equipment to spread it, place it, put in some posts. I think there's a couple areas that are kind of low where you have to put in some crushed concrete so people can walk through it. But that's kind of where I'm at. I guess I'm open for questions. Eric, I don't know if I hit it good enough or if there's something I can add to that. You've been a part of this from day one.
Sure, no, I think you did a great job, Mike. I want to thank Janice too for acquiring that park bench. I always thought that spot on top of the hill there would make a great overlook of the lake. And I think putting a park bench there creates a destination point for a walking trail, kind of gives you a point B to go walk to.
Mm-hmm.
And to kind of elaborate on it further, there is already an existing path to it, although it's in the middle of the woods and there's no posts with signs that tell you anything about the trail. So you obviously, if we just told people that there was a bench out there, I don't think it would be sufficient enough. I think you would need at least to establish more of a defined path so that people know where to go, and maybe a couple of posts in the woods just so that people don't get lost.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but is there an estimated cost on what you guys think it would be to cover this?
Currently, we have about $12,000 left of the disc golf course money that was established toward the project. I don't see this. I think if we do the work ourselves, I think we could be well under $4,000. Especially because the cost of the wood chips is being shared by the county. The county's bringing them out, and of course, it wouldn't just be the cost of the wood chips. The primary cost of the wood chips is going to be in the trucking. But since the county is willing to take up that part of it, I think that that makes this project even cheaper. And then, obviously, we can, we could hire someone to do this, project, but I estimate that you will get probably estimates somewhere in the ballpark of $6,000, maybe more, depending. And whereas if we do the project ourselves, like we did the original disc golf course, that being, namely you put me in charge of it and I do most of the work. I don't have a problem with that. And I don't expect to be paid for that. But you would need to rent equipment, and this equipment rental for that would be expensive, but again.
It's gonna be like the same ordeal we already did when you had brought the equipment, because you were the best estimate at that time that was presented.
Well, it was my father's equipment, and obviously, I'm familiar with my father's equipment, and obviously, it belongs to my family farm. So I'm just familiar with the equipment, the tractor, and we have the tools, and the tractor has a powered rake on the back, and if you've never seen one, I could describe it to you, but it's just basically a powered unit on the back that creates debris like wood chips, gravel, whatever.
So could you guys bring together, estimated cost of the wood chip, estimated cost of the tractor to the next board meeting for us to review?
Sure.
And so that, and I can, we can also bring comparative bids and other equipment rental.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah, and that's not a problem at all, but I can, I can assure you my dad would be it's gonna be a cheaper again, so.
All right, well, thank you, Mike.
We're gonna cover the liability insurance for the equipment.
Township, we can look into that with the insurance as well.
And anybody that's
would be a
working on it,
contract
are they
with
going to fill out the volunteer sheet?
Do that if you-
They do that, that alleviates us of the insurance responsibility for covering individuals, right?
They sign the volunteer, yep. So even the operator, if everyone assigns it,
Yeah, then we don't have to cover them under our insurance.
good point.
Good point.
The only, Madam Chair, I just had one more question for them. Do you happen to know, I see your drawing here, what about what do you guess is the length of that trail? About?
Oh, 1,000 feet or?
I'm just, and the reason I'm asking that, because, a lot of people will walk, if they're walking for exercise, they want to know, well, what am I gonna get out of this, So that's why I'm curious. So you don't have to bring it now. If you could bring that back when you come, that'd be great.
If I may, Mike, we had talked to the county staff down there. Particularly the staff that helped us with the signs of each of one of the T-posts for the tee-off pads. And the county, they ordered, it looks like aluminum core, it looks like plastic coroplast, but it's coated with like an aluminum bag front and back. So it's a very, very rigid, very high quality sign material. And they have a printing, they have the ability to print those in-house.
Yeah.
So, and that would be at no cost also. So, I mean, other than the basic material. So, and so I think we're gonna need maybe 3 to 4 sign posts at most. We already have posts left over. Those are cheap anyway. And just by putting those on, it will help.
Create a list for.
It will also give the distance of the path and tell people how far they. So.
And I just kind of go out there and look too, if you want to, and the board members.
Absolutely.
So we can just prepare that for April, and we'll move forward with the motion.
Eric, you said that we had about 12,000 left over from the original money?
Yeah, roughly.
After
Yeah.
that.
We had allocated about 18,000 to, or we had allocated about 30,000 to it, and we only used 18.
I'll look, and that was out of the ARPA funding, so what you didn't use, I allocated elsewhere, back to the general fund, so it would have to come out of the 26 budget.
Okay.
And we would just have to make, that's why I'm saying at that time, our new budget will start April 1st. So we can allocate or implement it in there.
Very good. We'll come back next month and specifics for you.
How you doing, Mike? Hey, on your 18th hole in this paper, is that in that swamp?
Pardon?
That 18th hole you have here, is it in that swamp back there, the other backside of Beal Lake?
It is not in the swamp, no, it goes right to the edge of it.
Right to the edge of the lake?
Yes, or I mean, there's a lot of phragmites and, other vegetation.
Reason I'm caring about that is the 18th hole looks like it might be on my property.
I don't believe it is. We checked it, but we can check it again. if you like.
You need to check it again, because my property goes down that fence line and cuts right into the lake.
Okay, does it come across the lake?
It does.
Okay,
It goes down, there's a big section I own, and it looks like the 18th hole's on my property.
So we're gonna move forward. That'll be more of a personal discussion that you can take up after the survey.
now.
Well, the county can do that. They can do it with the county.
yeah, no, we've talked property lines with the county and we'll bring it up.
If you find something, let us know.
Yep. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there is. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Okay, there's no correspondence. Moving on to supervisor's report. Again, EDF solar project update. We still have our scheduled hearing date for April 21st, 2026. There was a meeting this morning that EDF had with the Drain Commission as well as the Road Commission. Our attorney was involved in that. From my understanding, a lot of people from Lara were in on that. It was a Zoom meeting. They didn't get very far. I think there was more questions than answers. So they're moving along in the application process. Budget hearing, I scheduled a special meeting for Tuesday the 10th at 5:30 for budget approval. I put a copy in your boxes to review. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. And then I just want to announce that I want to initiate a Thetford Township Park and Rec Committee. So if there is anybody in the audience that has come to my attention from a few people that are interested in starting our own Park and Rec Committee, please give me a call, email, text, let me know if you want to be part of it. From there, we'll go on to treasurer's report.
So I really don't have anything to report today, other than that taxes are done. If anybody hasn't paid, they now have to pay down at the county.
Thank you. Clerk's report?
We have election workers that's been coming in, signing up for classes, and there was 6 burials, and there's some headstones that people have been complaining about. There's nothing wrong with them. They're gonna take care of them when the mud clears up there. I talked to Thomas today.
Thank you, Stacy. Bills for approval?
Yeah.
Second,
Is there any discussion on the bill?
Yes. Once again, I see we got a $1,400 Wood Hill group.
That's the estimated.
The estimate.
That's what they've been averaging.
Okay, because what I'm wondering is, over the last 35 months, we have paid them $188,425.36.
Over the last how many months?
35 months.
So would you like me to explain why?
No, because I can tell you right now, we could have sent somebody to school and got the damn PhD and being an account. I asked before about why are we still using it? When do we get rid of it? And I was told we're waiting on some training to be complied with or completed. And so I guess my question would be, when are they gonna complete the training? Because the others on this cow are getting very, very.
So we can talk to them, and if you'd like to be in on that conversation with Carly and colleagues.
Just golfing.
I understand, but this township was in a financial despair. There was money being allocated to GL posts that didn't exist. There was funds that were not set up properly. There was payroll that wasn't ran correctly. It was a disaster, and on top of the IRS fees and penalties that we had to pay. So yes, Woodhill Group has worked very hard to get this out of financial despair, and it has taken a few years for them to do so. Now they're finally getting it balanced out. They also probably for audit.
Not $188,000 worth they have now.
We can break that down by years.
Let's break it down by years.
That's what I would recommend.
Let's do it.
She's a lot. It's got 3 hours a day.
That's from my price.
Yeah.
Okay, any other discussion on the bill?
Well, no, pointless to do that. So
Okay. Will you move forward with the roll call, please, Andy?
Tim,
No.
Pat,
No.
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes. I will move on to the senior center. Shannon is going to be here next month to give us the quarterly report. I spoke with her already to attend our meetings quarterly. So she will be here next month to give us this month's report as well as next month. John or Chris, would you like to discuss fire authority?
Sure, I can address that. We, our meeting was on the tenth. Just a couple things. Tanker 25, that's the one that's here. Yeah, we sold this, this truck. He's coming to pick that up tomorrow. We sold that vehicle for $65,000, but interesting part, it went to Bismarck Fire Protection District in Missouri. And this guy's flying in and driving that truck home tomorrow. I thought this was interesting that it went on to a site for used fire trucks and they found that. It's interesting. So, the chief presented us with the apparatus and equipment replacement schedule. So if anyone want to see that, that gives a year of all the vehicles and when they would like to replace them. It's just, so I have a copy of that if anyone's interested in seeing that. He's also working on a grant for the Jaws of Life. Ours are having a problem, and that's kind of moved up to a priority list because that's what, if anyone's in an accident, that's what it's going to take. So he has applied for grants, including the supervisor and the supervisor from the other municipality, myself, and I think they contacted Marty, trying to get a little push for them to give us the grant versus Bob or whoever. So he's working on that. I'm hoping that that is fruitful. It was 21 runs, 14 in Vienna, 2 in the city of Clio, 2 in Thetford, and there was 2 out of the area. The next meeting will be 3:10, by the way, same night as the special meeting.
Well, it's board of review.
Yeah, so
Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Ms. Janice, do you have any updates on youth? Correct. Jim?
I also have an update on the library. They did get the bill down $1,000 for their premium because they re-estimated the library from 3.48 million to 1.4 million. And they're gonna insure the contents up to $10,000. But they did get bills from her. And that's not due until like next in June. And they're still gonna put in a phone line in the outlet room. So they could put in a Wi-Fi box for the phone for the elevator. I think that was it at the library.
I see that. So the line in the elevator now is a landline. It's a hardwired line. So they're going to put Wi-Fi.
Yes.
That's what the plug's for.
Yes. But they needed another outlet box, so the electrician is coming in to do that.
Yeah, I thought that's what I got out of reading that. And I just wondered.
Are they still doing repairs to the elevator or they get that done?
Well, now they gotta put a phone in it. Because that's the law, they have to have a phone in it.
The phone's hardwired out of cable, so they're worried about it breaking and then you're stranded in there, which has happened. And you can't call anybody.
The building's built, what was it, 1920s?
Have an emergency button.
They do, but then you have to decide on the librarian to come help you.
They don't go to the fire department?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi will be better.
And the Parks and Rec, the Easter egg hunt is scheduled for April 4th at 11 a.m. That's the plans for that are underway. You got a copy of minutes, right?
You.
I think that's pretty much the only thing except, they want to spend more money on Beal Lake this year. So Eric,
Who does?
the Parks and Rec, the town Parks and Rec. I was talking to Mike about it. So if you guys can come up with something you would like them to buy for you. Cause they like doing solid things, tangible things. And they thought that was
This is a sign. getting a new Buell Lake sign, and then they discussed putting grippers on the fishing boat dock. And were two things that they did discuss as a possibility, but that's when I had called you and talked to Mike as well, if there's funding, if they want to allocate it.
Thank you.
So anything you think of, just let me know.
Let's go with some ideas, me.
You know, yeah, I would like to take them some ideas. Don't,
Yeah, even if it's not for today, it's for future. If you guys come up with some ideas for the park, it'd be great.
they got the money to spend, then they want to spend it out here on the Beale Lake. So I think we should take advantage of it. And Rachel's gonna type up new minutes, new bylaws for us. You bring them to the next meeting?
Yes.
Right. That was it.
Thank you, Janice. Okay, so we're gonna move on to planning commission, Mr. Laura.
Handouts we're gonna get to here. First piece, it's some brand new stuff. Thank you. Clean it. We'll get into my report. Okay, start with the 78 zoning project. We're gonna meet again tomorrow night. We had to cancel the February meeting, so we're still proceeding along with that. Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Caitlin will be here, and the committee will be here, and we're still working through going through the zoning ordinance and looking at stuff, modifications where we need to change updates. Of course, you all know it's older than hills. On the 18th of February, the MTA had the webinar on data centers. I don't know how many of you got a chance to participate in it. It was very informative. And that leads to the handout that I gave you. They recommended what they call a ordinance for moratoriums only. Generic, that what it does is we set it up. I got with Attorney Gildner last week. We put this together in 5 days' time because it's pretty important to get done. We rescheduled our planning meeting to allow for a 15-day notice for public hearing. What the amendment to our zoning ordinance will do is essentially allow the board to put a moratorium on any special land use or new land use is popping up, like, let's say data centers. It's a good one. It's what they reference to at the MTA. And the board, instead of having to go through another ordinance process and do a moratorium, they can do a resolution at a meeting and it immediately takes effect. If we have this ordinance, passed and in place. This is recommended by MTA. Mr. Gildner drew it up. We looked it over. We think we got what we need in it. It alleviates the problem like Thetford Township had, where company comes in and they put their fly in, and then Thetford says, well, wait, we're gonna put a moratorium. We're not ready yet. It's too late. The application's already in, so you have to act on it. This is to speed up the process to get us some breathing time. There's more to it. We'll go through it at the planning meeting on the 19th. We had to reschedule in order to meet the 15-day deadline. So on the 19th, planning will be looking at it. You guys will get the next look at it after we're done with it, but I don't anticipate any changes to it. I'll state it like it is. And then it will pass to the Board of Trustees for approval.
Having a quick question.
Yes.
Now, you got to do a public hearing on this?
Yes,
So it's going to go to us on the 19th.
it'll go to planning on the 19th at a public hearing.
So that'll be the public hearing on the
Yeah,
19th?
Public
Okay.
hearing will be on the 19th with planning commission. After we look at it, you guys don't have to hold a public hearing. You can just come to you at your next meeting or whenever you want to look at it.
I just wanted to make sure that step was already in there into the 19th so that it'll
Yeah.
be back to us by the. Okay.
Yeah, we had
Thank
to
you.
rush it along because of the data centers coming into.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, I'm just curious.
No, and if you guys, if we look at it on the 19th of planning and whether we recommend it or not, it still goes to you guys. And you could meet on the 20th and approve it. And then it takes 30 days to, have to set, be published and all this other stuff, but, my recommendation is, yeah, we move it as soon as we can. It can be used for anything. It can be used for the battery storage systems that we haven't got any apps for, anything we want to have a moratorium on. And it spells out, you can have it for 12 months, you can get a 6-month extension, but you have to have documentation while you're doing it. And our best documentation is we just did our master plan. We're redoing our zoning ordinance to agree with it, so we're in a process. Mr. Gilder felt that would suffice any challenge in court, for having a moratorium. So.
Yeah, it's supposed to make it harder for them to win.
Yeah.
The postings tonight, if we have ordinance in place to adopt moratorium.
Strengthens our position very much. So. But that's pretty much what we're looking at our next planning meeting, and then we hope to have a draft amendment for battery storage systems presented to that Gary is supposed to have for it, so. But this is our hot topic for this next meeting, especially this. So you got an advanced copy that was just printed last Friday, so this is brand new fresh. There is a public hearing notice should be in the paper this week for the Herald. And there's a copy on the counter for residents to come and look at this ordinance also. It's gonna, it's still a couple of weeks away from anything happening, but before comes the public hearing and, we'll have more copies there. So that's where we're at. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we will move on to new business. Sorry, it's Justin's contract. We go ahead with a motion.
I want to make a motion that, I don't even know how to make that motion, but, that we do a contract, a month-to-month contract with, Jesse, our assessor. What's his last name? Truitt, Jesse Truitt, the assessor, so that we have something in writing. His signature on it, and our signature on it for a month-to-month. Just to protect us.
You get that, Andy?
That's your motion?
There's
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, I'll support it.
Is there any discussion? Okay, with that being said, let's go with a roll call, please.
Eric,
No.
John,
Yeah.
Pat,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Rachel.
No. Motion carried 5-2.
Now, could we have, do we have Gilder write that up, draw that up, or?
He wrote out his own contract. The board had to accept it.
What if we don't like his contract? Can we write one that?
Well, you can counter him and see if he wants to counter that.
He might not accept it.
He might not accept it at all. We'll go from there. That's why we have the vacation out there posted.
To see what he makes.
We'll move forward with that.
I'm saying that we need something in writing, because
We can work on that.
we don't wanna have him come back saying, well, no, that goes against what I had.
We'll go back to new business. Thetford Township farmland lease agreement. In your packets was included, a lease agreement that I had Attorney Gilder and Chris draw up, to lease the property, the farmland property over here. It has been leased to Mr. Walden for a long time, I believe, many years that I'm aware of. But I thought that this year we need to put it out for bid. And see what opportunities the board wants that. There's a couple areas, if you look at 2.4, a minimum bid price. If we want to choose to keep that in here or not, or see what we get offered to us, if that's something the board wants to look at. But this would be something binding with them, a lease agreement, lease in per acre. Right now, we've got there in there, it's a minimum price is $100 an acre. Again, this would be a silent bid. They would come in here and fill the bid forms out, and then we would open them at the April meeting. And then the board would make the decision based on the bids and what they want to offer. With solar possibly coming this way, yeah, it's not look good for the township. I did have it put in this lease agreement that the property must be farmed. That being something that everyone takes into consideration, but if there's something anybody would like to discuss, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna, are you looking for a bid to accept this today?
You wanna say-
Yeah, I would like to get it posted in the paper and start seeking.
I'll make that motion so we can get it on there if we want to talk about.
Yes, we've had some farmers come in.
Need support.
Hold on, support.
Support. There you go. Okay.
Okay, there's been some farmers coming in and they said the 1 year doesn't quite work because when they sink the money in to grow the crops, I'm not a farmer, but fertilizer and all that first year, that it's not worth their time for a 1 year contract. They'd like it a little longer.
Sean, on that?
Could we modify it for?
Modify it however we want.
Yep. Do a every 3 year renewal.
Wouldn't be opposed to that.
Or does it say in there how long it is?
If it does, then we can have it added. I'll let the attorney put it in here.
I don't know if we should go a year to mid-year, or should we just go 3 year? Because you're gonna have the same problem at 3 years. It's gonna be the end, and he's gonna say, oh, I can't do the last year because, so I don't know, I don't really know how to. I don't.
I'm not a farmer, so I don't know. They had some
So,
good questions.
but I do see their point with the 1 year. That's a valid point.
Yeah, because once you get that, once you're in the land, where it should be, and then.
But you might have even fertilized it in the fall, and then you're over your edge by the, you know.
Yeah, somebody else bids lower than.
Yeah, yeah.
They get what you.
Well, it doesn't technically, and the board has the choice to make the decision, however.
Yeah, we can put whatever we want in.
Either.
Question on the contract. On page 7. Bottom says, why are we allowing them to have hunting privileges?
Well, they'll be leads in the land. We don't have to allow that. That can be reasoned.
Yeah, there's no reason to, there's no reason to have that.
It does say with operator with owner's approval. So even though you leased it, you still gotta have the owner's approval too.
Which would be the board of trustees.
Good.
Well, I would assume that, yeah, what could be us. Yeah, so we could make that determination at some time, anytime really.
Okay, so they still have to ask.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What do you think? A couple years, 2, what do you think? It's gonna change it to whatever.
Anyone farm?
I'm not a farmer, so.
Well, your lease is land.
Well, there you go.
All right,
I leased my land to Darwin Hecht and
when you do your lease, how long?
I'm just doing a handshake, but he just put lime on it, you know, and we had discussions and, you know, he wants for at least.
Just a year.
It's a year. It's a year.
It's
It's a year lease.
Just a year lease, yeah. Okay.
And stick with the 1 year. That's what it's always been on this.
It's always been before, right?
Bring it up
And
to
we haven't had
report
any
here.
problem leasing it, so.
Right, but it's always the same one that least.
That's
And
true.
it hasn't been farmed.
We could go 2 years.
See how it goes for 1 year. I'm not opposed to it.
Who's got a question also?
Yeah.
I think it should go more or less like 3 to 4 years, not 1 or 2, because I lease my property out too. So
Do you lease it out like annually?
every year,
Most farmers do it every year, once a year.
right, my farm is not. And mine's good for 5 years.
And I don't have a problem with a year if, you know, if they approach us. I mean, could we alter that? Let's say they approach us and say, no, I'm just gonna need it. Could we modify that anytime or can we?
Yeah, I don't. Or bring back the lease agreement and extend it.
Yeah, I didn't see a timeline.
We could give 2 years, because that will still be within the parameter of our.
Sure.
Well, what if we did 2 years, February, that way it's.
Well, the lease is usually up in May, I believe.
Right, but if we went February, they would know at least a couple of months And so they got.
I mean, who we leased it to this year is gonna know in May. Like when we open up the stuff in April, they get it in May, so usually it goes May to May. We usually do the approval before that, so they can. You see what I'm saying?
I see Pat's point though, because it,
Kind of close.
That's- yeah, exactly.
People.
Right. and they have, there's time to craft and all that. You just, I mean, just to
I
his
think we're only
point.
thinking
we're-
that's about what would you guys like to do 2 years?
May.
Years ain't enough. I don't think- You got all this fertilizer, everything going on in property, 2 years is not enough.
Well, that's why
They gotta fix it.
So let's go with 3 years. I'll go with 3 years.
That's why I said.
My son plants. in-
Yeah, very much in March. Perhaps, if you know, I had.
They're gonna do it.
3-year renewal.
What their lease is. They're gonna set their.
And it'll be the fixed rate for all 3 years.
We're not gonna take bid.
Yes, the.
Annually, we would take bid. So right now, we're gonna take whatever bid we get. They offer it to us, you know, from our.
Yeah.
Well, I think there was some concerns that we're using the same guy, so I'd really like to see bid it out once.
That's what we're gonna do right now.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
We're gonna post it in the paper, bid it out on a 3-year.
Does the motion second need to be adjusted?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to amend your motion to post it in the paper for approval by the board in April. With changes to the lease agreement,
And included is a 3-year term.
with changes, 3-year would be included in that.
So should we change, section 2.4? Say minimum bid price for the premises is $100 per acre per year.
That's up to you guys. That was a highlight I told you.
That way, for the whole 3 years, they know they're paying 100 an acre.
What do we get now? What are we getting now?
Not the top of my head, I'm not looking at the revenues.
Is that, you think it's close to 100 now? Okay, all right.
I got a question on that. What do you do if the ground's bad? If it's sand, you're not gonna get $100 an acre for sand. Any way you look
We'll
at it.
deal with that when we're, well,
What you're doing
we've been
a
getting
year and you might charge $100 an acre. And
They
if
can
your
then-
property ain't no good, then you gotta lower the price.
But if they don't go out and look at them before they put a bid on it, that
Right.
sounds like a them thing.
Right.
That's correct, but they still gotta look at it, and if they can't afford to pay $100 an acre, if your land's all garbage, sand is garbage.
Well, the full payment's gonna have to be made prior to them, and that's gonna be for all 3 years. That's what we're doing a 3-year lease.
Did you get the motion corrected yet or no?
Did you correct that motion?
Can we get the whole motion said in
So
one
John made the
sentence?
motion to post it in the paper. I recommended the amendment to that motion to be for the changes included in the lease agreement to be voted on by the board in April. Minimum bid submitted. Something along those lines. I can't recall my exact wording.
We're gonna change the contract to a 3-year, $100 an acre.
Yeah, with the changes to the lease agreement.
So it'll be,
That's it.
so we'll accept the proposal with the changes.
For years.
Whatever. All right,
You got that, John? That's gonna be John's amendment to his motion, right?
we'll accept the proposal with the changes, which we're gonna list the changes at 3-year and $100 an acre
That's 2.
per year. Okay, we supported it.
Thanks.
You got a
Oh, I did, I supported. I supported that, sorry.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, roll call vote. Whenever you're ready, Andy.
Shoot me, darling.
Yeah.
Tim,
Yeah.
John,
Yes.
Eric,
Yeah.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes, motion carried 7-0. Okay, I'll make a motion to post in the paper the bid of property 2154 Burns Drive, parcel 17-08-100-056 to be open for bidding, to be reviewed by the board at the April meeting. Deal bids. Is there any discussion on that?
That's all.
Or meeting, not be looked at before.
Correct, we have a policy in place that the previous board adopted. That on Furnace Drive, 2154.
It's been
We'll
said.
look at it off of.
So Lewis Road,
No,
No.
RU1.
Apparently, we got that back from the county.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Property.
the taxes, so they give it back to us, which means they couldn't sell it easy or they wouldn't.
it's a-
Just for reference.
So we'll take bids on that and I'll post that in the paper. I had support on that. Is there any more discussion? Any more discussion? Andy, can I get a roll call vote on that one as well, please?
Tim,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Pat,
Yeah.
John,
Yes.
Chris. Yes.
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes. Motion carried 7-0. Okay, agenda item C, International Fire Code.
You want me
to?
Do you want to put a motion on the table first?
We can, if you'd rather do, yeah, we should probably do that. I'll make that motion to adopt the international fire code. And I'll explain what, how this came about. Initially, I was not in favor of the International Fire Code. Because I couldn't find much relevance to Thetford Township. But after recently, Kevin and I had attended a Zoom meeting related to data centers. And then also in the solar field, those permits reference the International Fire Code. And they do that because that requires them to have excess wide sprinkler. You have to be capable of handling a fire in there. And so I was concerned, plus it's a deterrent in a lot of cases because it's costly. So Vienna and the city of Clio already adopted this 2 years ago. I've been not particularly wanting to do it because it primarily deals with large buildings and sprinkler systems. But now I am seeing the importance of it. So that's why I put that letter in your box. I had the chief said, how is this going to affect us? Us in Thetford Township, what is this going to do if we adopt it? So he outlined what's in your packet. Which really, it only affects commercial buildings in general. And he kind of outlined that it won't affect anyone with grandfather in it. It would only be new buildings, could have some modification. And then I asked him about, we allow burning in Thetford Town. Technically, when you get a burn permit, it says no leaves. Well, we have an ordinance that says you can burn. I hate to say that publicly, but it's true. So I asked him that question and he said, I may read that section regarding that.
7,000.
Just wanted to make sure that they waive that. They get called out.
7,000.
Yeah, which one is it? I don't know. I'll just read yours. Yeah, open and burning. Regarding open burning and the current township ordinance would supersede the fire code. So there would be no immediate change. However, I would recommend updating Thetford Township's open burn ordinance. The current ordinance says a permit is required and it would be beneficial to clarify that. So and that to your point, yes, theoretically, if someone called and you're burning, but they could try to get a cost recovery on it. But I would say that would be highly unlikely since our ordinance says you can do it. We would have a very difficult time defending anyone if you get a bill for that. So
For burning leaves.
yes, and
I
plus,
believe the supervisor has the authority.
and plus the supervisor has the option to say that, no, that was an accidental burn, or whatever the case may be. She can waive that.
So the board can also waive it too, because we've had people come here and request that, even though we denied that. Yeah.
Still required burn permits?
Well, that's what he's saying. It does not for that. And he's saying it's an oxymoron, because if you call the burn line, it says, oh, you can't burn leaves. So that is a problem, but he's suggesting we address that somewhere, So, and I don't know exactly what to do about, but that particular part at this point, we may have to
think he's trying to give us an idea to have people come pull a permit, they're gonna both leave that our township.
We could have them do that, have them come here. We could put it in on our page. It says, if you're gonna burn leaf, come up, get a permit. Which would be perfect, because then if, the chief says, hey, look, this guy got a permit. So maybe that's what we should do.
I don't know.
What if we just simply take the excerpt from that international
We don't
building
have
code?
issues yet.
What if we just take the excerpt from the international building code required for the data centers and the solar fields? And why don't we just adopt just the excerpt from that?
I asked that and they said that you have to adopt the whole code or the code because all the law refers to that code. It doesn't refer to a section of the code, it refers to the code. So if you try to do that, you are very possibly not be able to defend it because it's I don't.
I'm just weary about adopting that right now. I mean, it's just, we adopted the international building code and we had an adoption for a code inspector go around and terrorize residents with it. That ended up costing us $65,000. So I don't want to go back to that. I'd rather avoid that if possible. And I like, you originally brought it up, and I agree with you on the original points as to why I'm adopting. So I understand the solar fields and the data centers are definitely a nuance.
And the battery storage.
And the battery storage, yeah, no, I get that part of it. And I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to writing a whole ordinance just simply on that alone. But, to adopt the international building code or the international fire code or whatever it is. I want at least a little more time to look at it.
Any more discussion? Do you want to keep your,
I just think it needs to be left alone. That's my opinion.
you want to keep your motion on the table?
Yeah, I think it should go. I think, the concern is that one of these facilities are gonna go through. And then the chief is, we're in a bad position. It says right now in those, that you have to comply with the local ordinances, the International Fire Code, and you have to work with the chief of that department. So they can fight the fires there. So by not adopting it, you're kind of tying his hands if one of them come through. So for me, I think we should do it.
Do we have ordinances on
I think we
it?
need to look, my personal opinion, I want to look at it a little bit more. I'm on Eric's page. I don't think it needs to be adopted right now. We can maybe bring it back to the next meeting or the following meeting because they're still in their application process.
I don't have, if it, as long as we're bringing it back to the next meeting, but I think it'd be a mistake. We've been kicking that can for 2 years now.
Well, we can bring the chief in too and to get some more knowledge on what the International Fire Code is going to do to support the solar and support the data centers, what it's going to do for us to adopt it versus what we have now.
I'll resend my motion, as long as you're gonna put it on next agenda.
I can do that.
Okay, then I'll resend my motion. Bring it.
I support. Yeah.
So we need a motion to table that? Or no?
No, I'm just gonna put it on.
That's what I was asking, as long as she said she's gonna do it, and then at that meeting, we'll bring the chief in and you can question him on regarding what you think.
Okay, GCRC chloride application is included in your packet. This is for our dirt roads for the upcoming year. Not sure how much you guys want to spend and how many applications you want. For one application, $10,766, 2 applications, $21,533. And then if you want an additional third, it's another $21,533. We just do the 2 applications, it'll be $13,300. I'll make a motion to approve $32,339 for 2 applications of chloride treatment on the dirt roads. Yes, I'll support it.
That's all three applications, or is that two?
That's two applications.
Applications,
Yeah, another $21,000 and the third.
12 months.
You wanna live on the dirt road?
We don't have no shared GCRC funding either for the second application,
So that's 100% on us.
the 32,300.
The first application they shared, but then
Consumers.
I believe we're like- We pay the first, we pay the second application in full. And then the first application, I believe, we pay
Exactly.
$10,700.
the dust control, you know, where they do their, like Fair Road, where they grade it and put the chloride on, keep dust down, that's what.
They pay for the first one and then we pay for the second one. And how does it work? Well, it's free. We've only got two, I think only one year I did 3 applications of chloride. So we'd always done standard 2 applications.
The people on the road really, they appreciate it. Otherwise it's so dusty, close in their windows.
I mean, I can always bring back when I do a third application, you know.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'd like to if we can, but that's if we can.
Likes usually.
I got a question on that too, on the chloride. Can you put that second application, we gotta pay for it, correct? That's what you're saying. Are our taxes gonna skyrocket again like they already have?
Can you answer that question?
Of course you
And we've been doing 2 applications every year though.
can. That's a lot of money for chloride. It just gotta be some independent contractor that can do it cheaper for sure.
This is from the GCRC. Right, they give us.
I know that's what they get, but there's gotta be independent and do it cheaper.
We're supposed to
The
be-
county control that, they don't,
They're not controlling ours because we gotta pay for it.
right, they control that, they control roads, there's statutes that control roads, doesn't allow us to have control over it or put it up to bid.
And the county's.
Right, you would think they would let us do that if they were making us pay the 100% of it, you know?
I personally think that all roads should go out to bid because I think that the county has quite a lockdown on that. And you know how it is when you get a government full control over this kind of thing. It's, most time ran sloppy, it's way more cost. And the money doesn't go out to, individuals that actually do professional work and work hard. And so I think it's, but certainly that's a state law and we can't do nothing about it.
Is there any more discussion on the motion? So they put limestone down too? We ain't that much.
This was just the chloride. Is this gonna grade it chloride?
Any more discussion on the chloride? Can we move forward with a roll call vote, please, Andy?
Tim,
No.
Pat,
No.
Eric,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes. Motion carried by 2, and just to inform you guys too, I did put that in the budget already. Okay, moving on to a motion to approve limestone for Fair Road Center to Genesee.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion?
That's 1 mile that we're gonna do?
It's half, we only pay 33,000, so this is, already in the budget.
I like it.
I just didn't have this one to bring to the last board meeting. So we'll do a total of 3 miles, but this one will be limestone,
That's where.
4 inches of limestone, Fair Center Road to Genesee.
Okay.
And again, like there.
We're paying the 33,000.
Genesee County Road Commission's got chemicals on that, so.
That's holding you right by the shoulders.
Any more discussion? Okay, with that, we'll go ahead with the roll call, please.
Eric,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes, motion carried 7-0. Okay, last item on the agenda is the Goliath mechanical proposal. So I'll make a motion to approve a total price of $4,950 to move the gas meter at the senior center. Thank you. We can go into discussion because I know there's very questions.
They're also upgrading the pipe size from the road because the generator, they were afraid were not gonna be able to run. Wouldn't have enough gas. When they put the generator in, then with the furnaces, it was too small a pipe, so now they gotta run the pipe back up to get a bigger pipe in.
Yeah, so
That's
that,
why they're moving the
and
meter.
that's why they think the generator went bad last time, because they didn't have enough
Yeah, it could be starving if possible.
gas feed on it.
To me, it was better.
Where is this, which is, this could be paid out?
The
Senior
general
center
fund.
or us?
Us.
It's like a hundred and seven.
This one I think they're paying for to move that. We have to move our gas meter out from under. Yeah, so it's a utilization. They have the gas meter underneath. You guys know how they have the handicap ramp that goes up? So the gas meter is underneath the handicap ramp. And consumers has to move it out from underneath there because we were looking at two options. One was to move the meter to the front of the building, which was very costly, then the gas meter had to run all the way to the back of the senior center to the front of the senior center. That was a costly thing. Then we talked with consumers into moving that just underneath us, which was great because that's probably $30,000.
So where are you gonna pay this out of what account?
It's gonna come out of our miscellaneous budget.
Why is the senior center paying for this if they want to move?
I'm asking for it to come out of the township because it's township property, building property.
You know, in this township.
Correct.
Yeah.
So anything ever happens in the senior center, we still have to maintain the property.
Yeah.
Is there any advantage to taking it out of miscellaneous contract fees versus some of the other ones we could use from?
Funds which you was used from.
Is there, you know, we can't use it from the marijuana fund?
Oh,
Can we use it from there, or is that not because it's not benefiting them, we cannot use it, or we can use it?
Eric.
I don't believe that that's an option. It's not even there. It's not unsaid marijuana. I really don't want to touch on that one.
Okay,
She's got a building maintenance. We own the building.
okay.
Any other questions?
Sure.
Okay, with that, you want to move forward with the roll call?
Wait, real quick, we haven't got anybody else that would bid on that, or just go ahead?
No, just Goyette's the only one. I reached out to
I'm
her.
trying to get other ones.
Yeah.
This is all we got.
It's the only one we got there.
We did put it out to bid to other people, and this is
Yeah.
only when we got back. Okay. But did any other contractors come out?
They didn't bid
Okay.
on.
All
And
right.
I think we had one other come out and look at it. We didn't submit a bid.
We,
And then
they knew what time they needed the bid in by.
we've been looking for this for 2 months.
And someone's is getting ready to do it.
Where you been?
To be more.
It's gotta be a very time consuming thing, like
Okay.
consumers and Goyette have to be out there to post on the same day.
Okay. All right, no, I had to ask questions, so.
The timeline of when they plan on moving it.
This week, Friday. I think. Yes.
Ready.
Like right now.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll call vote, please, Andy.
Tim,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes. Motion carried 7-0. All right, with that being done, completed, we'll move on to brief public comments, please. Before we go. That's, oh, yeah. I don't even have it on there.
You don't have.
No, I don't. No, yeah, I'll bring that, we'll review this, and I'll bring it to the next board.
Oh, okay, this is for review, some.
Yeah, they bring it, they brought us some plates.
He's ready up there.
Okay. First off, if you remember correctly, the fire chief was in here, about 2 years ago, year and a half ago at least. And I asked him specifically about burning leaves, because leaves is a statute, but meaning the state law does not let me burn leaves. You remember correctly? And I asked him about burning leaves. And he said, because if the township is under 7,000, if the municipality is under 7,000 population, which we're at borderline there, we were at 7,200, and we were down about 6,700, that we could burn leaves. That's how that went, as a municipality. That was the fire chief himself. Then, I wrote directly to the disc golf course, there should be, that we allotted $27,000 for that. There should be, after Eric made some money, they're removing the brush and everything.
I didn't make any money.
But, okay, maybe you didn't make any money, but you rented your father's equipment was $2,500. It was a 25, trust me, my memories serve me well. So there was $27,000 allotted. I think you guys spent about 17,000 on the baskets and the footings and everything. And then there's so there should be only about $7,000 left in that fund. It will come out of the ARPA fund, from what I remember. Then I'm gonna address the Woodhill group, but because they seem to have carte blanche, they were hired temporarily. And, you know, 3 of you people were on that board since 2016, you know, when a lot of this stuff started happening. And you have a bookkeeper that was a trustee at that time, who she done nothing or did no oversight at all. That's what got us into the problem that we were into. So Woodhill Group, we were behind like 2 years, close to 3 years in our audits, if you remember correctly. And we hired them at $165 an hour to straighten it out. And it's like, so then, after we got the audits done, you went ahead and gave her a $35 an hour raise, up to $200 an hour, with no oversight. There was no oversight ever. You guys just paid the bills, just paid whatever they submitted, you paid. There was proof that they were double billing us. You guys did not want to hear that. It's like, it's time to let them go and get some other bookkeeper. $200, $188,000, the taxpayer dollars going out, when it was supposed to be a temporary situation, and now it's become permanent. So it's like, something should be done about it. We bought a computer system so that they could log on to without any oversight. So you tell me if what are we doing? What are you doing with the taxpayer dollars? Just flushing it down the toilet? I mean, when hiring these people, no oversight at all, give them a $35 an hour raise without blinking an eye. You don't negotiate anything. You never did. And it's like, and that's the problem. You just pay and pay and pay. And if you don't like somebody, you get rid of them. And then you get somebody that you know in, and you have them take over.
Okay, Rob, your 3 minutes are up.
Yeah, well,
You can come back up after everybody else.
I'm the founding member of the Great Awakening. Your ordinance says I have 10 minutes. I'm not gonna go on any line. You don't like what I have to say, but I have 10 minutes to say it or change your ordinance.
Well,
You're not changing.
You're out of order.
No, I'm not. Like, I had to do, you didn't like what I had to say, did you?
Is there anybody else that would like to speak, public comment?
I know, you're surprised I wasn't here the first time. Okay, let's look at this. The farmland lease agreement. Majority of you probably just got that after 2 o'clock yesterday. You didn't really have time to look it over and decide what things need to be fixed. No, but you voted on it anyways. However, you're waiting for the International Fire Code. Oh, but we need to look more into that. Why was the agreement not looked at back in January for the farmland lease agreement? Or why was that not tabled till everybody can actually look into it, do some research to see how much it is to lease an acre? Woodhill Group, ridiculous. Ralph's not wrong there. All I can say is, wow. The going at it instead of coming out of miscellaneous contracted fees, things that we own the building could come out of building maintenance. We own the property, we own the building, it's our responsibility to take care of it. So it could come out of building maintenance. Not miscellaneous fees. All I see is you're quick to spend. Again, did any of you look at the bills? I mean, you didn't really have that much time.
Thank you, Julie. Anybody else? Okay, we'll move on to board member comments, Tim.
I'm good. Just thanks for coming out, guys.
Pat?
I want to say thanks for coming out, everybody, and I'm gonna hammer home on the Wood Hill from every time. Because I do believe, I feel that we are overpaying. And that is money that we could put towards our fire department, put towards chlorinating our roads, put towards anything else that the township actually needs to have us do. Than pay a very, I'm gonna tell you what. The cow's getting tired with that group. It really is, because every time we turn around. 1,500 here, 1,500 there. Oh, hey, we're gonna do what we want, $13,000. And we just paid it. I remember when they brought the contract in, if you read the contract, they have right in the contract. Oh, any mistakes we made, we're not responsible for it. And that doesn't work out well for the township. And all 7 of us up here are supposed to be doing what's good for the township, not what's good for Wood Hill Group. Other than that, thanks for coming out and see you next time.
Chris? Thanks for coming out and hope everybody has a good night. Eric?
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and, while I'm at it, I might as well echo the, same sentiments put forth about the Wood Hill Group. But I would like to, just say that, that is a result of government mandating something that government do. And whenever you have something that is mandated by the government and mandated to do it a particular way, you automatically have to assume that anything that you have to purchase, whether that be material, time, or labor, for that mandated project, it will always be at a huge expense to the public. It will always, there will always be people that take advantage of something that the government has to do. A cursory glance would be just to look at insurance. When you have to have insurance, if you don't think that the insurance companies are going to gouge you in every way imaginable for a theoretical liability in case something happens, and then if something doesn't happen, you don't get your money back. That's the way it works. So when you think about those kind of things, just keep in mind that whenever you mandate something by the government, for the government, it ain't for the people. Thank you. Have a good night.
John?
Well, first, I want to thank Benny because I think it's coming out, that wainscoting is coming out, looks great. So salute to you. And secondly, my sister lied about how old I am. And please stay for cake.
You, John? Stacy?
I want to sing happy 70th birthday to John because his sister didn't lie. His wife was here with the loans. We want to thank Benny for all the updates that are going on. They're great. And I want to thank everyone for coming out.
And I want to thank everybody as well for coming out. And I want to wish Chris as well a happy birthday. Today was Saturday, so everybody's aware. Would you like to share your age? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I would like the fire chief here just to answer any questions before we do adopt. I would hope that the board did read the lease agreement. I did. It wasn't that long. I think we can all comprehend quick enough to make a decision on that. Wood Hill Group. There was a reason we went with Wood Hill Group. You know, I don't want this board to forget, we had 3 years of unpaid payroll IRS. They were literally walking in our door wanting payment. Wood Hill Group had to handle that. I'm sure we paid enough in Woodhull Group fines that amount to that penalty, fines and interest, and those accrued in 2018, 2019, and 2020. Moving along with the audit, the only way to get out of that was to have them go back and figure out what the cost was. So we did do that, and the auditors came in and they took care of business, and they are getting our books straightened out. Amongst that process, we also moved from fund balance to the S&A. So there was a whole transfer of funds being moved over.
Yeah.
So there was a reason we went into that, and next time, Mr. Henry, I will honor your 10 minutes, but you have to introduce yourself as the Great Awakening, please. Other than that, I don't have any more questions. Happy birthday, John Congdon, as well, and you guys all have a good night, drive safe. With that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
They've been around to say.